Hello, my name is Shadley, and welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 as America, or USA. We are, of course, still slowly working towards turning USA into a socialist country in this particular run, but it's a long-term goal. It's probably not going to be something that we can achieve very quickly, but we'll slowly try to support the, well, first of all, reduce the landowners' power and all that. That's something that we do need to do. We're also getting a bit of extra construction speed right now, which is definitely going to help us increase our economy, and well, other things, of course. Whichever way forward. With the attitudes of industrialists towards Great Britain growing more apathetic, the leadership has begun to discuss reassessing the group's support for the American-British Friendship Committee. Who's actually part of that group right now? No, it's just them. You know what? Yeah, you can probably leave. So that movement is now gone. Right, so we're finally building the coffee plantation in Liberia, and then we've got some sulfur mines and fertilizer plants underway. That's good. And we, of course, we started pouring some of the states that we already have. Yeah, the colonies are growing very, very quickly, but I suppose it helps when you don't need to worry about malaria. Or severe malaria, for that matter. For some reason, it gets a lot easier. Oh, Dixie National Awakening began in Virginia. Right, I wonder if that's going to be a bad thing for us. Dixie National Movement. Well, they probably want to get independence. Alright, they want the national supremacy. Let's actually have a look. So we got Yankee and Dixie as the primary cultures. And then if we have a look at the society otherwise, let's actually have a look at the cultures. So, oh, there's fervor. Right, acceptance. Anglo-Canadians, English are also probably accepted. This is what, 80 to 100. Yeah, so these four are the accepted ones. Everything else is, you know, varying degrees of other stuff. Including even the English, actually. Wait, no, hold on a minute. That's not true. North Germans, and then down from there. Right, so the railway in DC is being built at decent speed-ish. Could probably be sped up a bit further, but we got the road maintenance there already. So that's already definitely helping. Oh, right. National Awakening in Dixie has already died down. The pro-slavery movement is reducing... oh, yeah, they're not that bad anymore. Oh, what do we have here? John Ross's protest petition. Chief John Ross, one of the principal Cherokee chiefs, has presented a petition to Congress asking them to void the treaty, which will compel Cherokee Nation to relocate to the Indian Territory. This petition has almost as many signatures as the entire Eastern Cherokee population. Let's see, so we could increase the approval of the landowners. Yeah, we'll just... treaty's a treaty. We are playing the bad guys also a little bit in here. Well... in a lot of ways, let's be honest. So it's still got plenty of money, so perhaps we should actually go ahead and increase the construction sectors even further. I guess we could get one in Virginia. Then Illinois could get one. Just kind of spreading these around initially to get a little bit of the construction yeah, the efficiency up a little bit. But then, of course, actually, did New York have any... it does have iron mines there. Okay, so New York could actually be a very nice source for the extra construction speed. So we'll go out and speed up those two again. And then perhaps we'll just go ahead and... oh, right, the Statue of Liberty. Oh, we'll get the power block statue. Oh. Right, I'm going to go and build that in... maybe in DC? We've got the White House in there already, but yeah, we're going to get the power block statue. Oh, that's 2,500 construction, though. That is a lot. Perhaps that could wait. But yeah, so we'll get at least a little bit more construction speed. We'll get up to, I guess, 50 total. At least it is what it's supposed to be right now. And then that's going to get us to 60. Yeah, so that's a decent amount. How's the text spreading? So it's, no, it's just the labor movement that's spreading to us. And then, of course, the weekly increase in some areas. We might also go out and build some more universities. I reckon we've got a few levels in New York already. I'm going to get another 2 levels in there. And I'm hoping that the private sector is going to do things that will actually give us a bit of extra... or increase the economy a bit further, let's just say. There we go, education investment to level 3. So South Carolina still has a bit of issues with the... railway. I suppose, yeah, the railway is hiring people. They, of course, need some engines right now, which might be a little bit on the expensive side. Let's actually have a look at the market again. What do we have? Alright, it helps if we're looking at the top of the list. Right, so we've got plenty of fabric. We've got quite a bit of tobacco and grain, which is nice. We've got quite a few clippers as well. And some merchant marine. As well as that's fine. We've still got plenty of cash, although we are increasing the construction speed further and further. So the amount of cash that we actually have is slowly, or the influx of cash is slowly diminishing. We do have over 2 million already in investment pool, though. So that's still growing quite nicely. So we could definitely increase the construction speed even further. Perhaps we'll go ahead and build another one in New York. We'll basically keep on adding one on top of the list so that every time that we get more built, we'll still be building the second building of the list faster and faster. Admittedly, going to take a while before it's fully sorted out, but it'll be okay. What else do we have in New York, actually? So we've got the whaling stations, fishing, logging, and iron mines. Okay, so something that... Ooh, Pennsylvania is going to be really good for you, industry, because it's got coal and iron, both aplenty, and decent bit of logging as well. What else do we have that is going to be... So we've got West Virginia, which does have some coal, or quite a bit of coal and some iron as well. I wonder... Okay, so there's coal and lead mines over here for Ohio. Michigan's got sulfur and iron. So this one could actually be one of those places where we get the paper mills going. Get one built there. Let me double check. So we've got interventions, and so we can own things as well. Oh, I actually wonder, do we have free company charters right now? We do. Of course, we only have the trait rights because I don't have the DLC. So we can assign the company to have the trait rights, so they can do a lot of trading for us as well. Oh, the amount of radicals is increasing rather rapidly. How's the... Well, yeah, I suppose the southern landowners are quite upset. The abolition movement has got 33% support. So that is actually quite significant already. Let's have a look. Could we... Yeah, at this point the opposition... Well, it's still quite bad. It's less and less. Although perhaps, you know what? Yeah, we'll start passing that. It's 50% chance. So it's a pretty decent amount. And most of these are going to be very, very happy now. So throughput ratio for the... companies, intelligentsia has got migration extraction and text research. Even the industrialists are quite happy. I wonder if that's actually going to be something that will then start supporting... Well, no, it's still going to be illegitimate government. It's just a bit unwieldy right now, but I'm sure that that's eventually going to start tapering out. Now, there could also be... the slavery ban might cause a bit of a civil war, let's be honest. Well, actually, we might not add in any more construction sectors right now. Actually, no, that's a lie. We're going to add one more to the top of the list. Because we've still got the money. I want to get the construction speed up faster and faster so that we can then build more stuff in here. Like, we want to get the railway, of course, in DC, and then in Virginia, and then the few barracks that we're building. So we need to start building up an army, essentially. I do wonder, so how's our relations with France? We've actually got pretty good relations, isn't they? Would you be willing to... No, you're not willing to do an alliance. What else do we have decent relations with? France is pretty good. Venezuela could be a potential ally. Yeah, they could... well, they might want to have an alliance. They will be willing to take the investment rights for us, so we can build in there. They won't be able to build in us. But that's alright. Oh, actually... Would you be willing to take the embassy, or we're not able to get... Oh, right. You might take that, actually. You know what? We'll give you a bit of money. Actually, no, there's a weekly transfer. Right. I don't suppose you have any loans to pay off. Take on debt. No, you don't have any loans, so don't need that one. Maybe we'll give you some goods, actually. What would do? Oh, yeah, let's send some of the clippers. So how many do we actually need to send? I suppose 10 might be enough already. Yeah, there we go. So that's a guaranteed success. We'll have a bit of an ally down here. Convention of Barcelona into force. Now we've got one ally. We'll still need to... Well, of course, they're not a major power, so that's not actually pushing us forward over there yet. How are our subjects doing, by the way? So we can't... Oh, right. Well, eventually probably annex Indian territory. And Liberia will probably turn into puppet. But right now, the protectorate. We do want to turn those into puppet. Oh, right, there we go. Now we're getting a bit of the... well, quite a bit of money still. And we got the... Oh, right, that was the construction sector. We'll complete the railway in DC, and then we'll build another one in New York. Construction sector, that is. We are starting to have a bit of a high demand for iron, admittedly. Actually, that reminds me. On the iron mines, are we using the... Yes, we are using the atmospheric engine. Okay, so there's not too much we can do otherwise right now. Of course, we're currently getting the field works for our army, which is going to be potentially very useful. And then we'll get the... Actually, so there's nothing spreading in here. I mean, at least we've got partially the water tube boilers done. It's like 1/3 of it is done. And then society will get the nationalism eventually. We'll get the labour movement probably before that, though. Because that... Well, I don't know, actually. It is spreading quite nicely, mind you. It looks like the colonies are spreading... Oh, what's this then? Iron Confederacy. Ah, okay. I can probably declare neutrality on this. I don't really have the army to deal with the British yet. We will need to build up an army, though. Worthy of mortar and all that, but it's going to take a little while. Alright, we got that. Let's get that extra contractor sector. Actually, that's already level 5, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Where else do we have places that could be really good for contractor sectors? Especially like if there's a good... well, I suppose Pennsylvania would be pretty decent. Get a contraction sector there. We'll try to get to maybe close to... Well, 80 would probably be enough to keep us from making a huge amount of money, but also not losing money. And then also be able to do a decent progress on the construction of things. Oh, right, let's also go ahead and switch the road maintenance from there down to Virginia. The DC still got a bit of problem there. I mean, they've got some peasants, but they should be able to hire the people. Ooh, low progress study already. My. Are we actually able to pass the slavery ban? I mean, suppose we have reduced the pro-slavery movement quite drastically. They might get pretty militant, though. Oh, yeah. Pro-slavery movement? Is that going to be... Yeah, it's basically the southern states. No surprises there. They would have 7 battalions. And we hold... that would be half the army, actually. But now, although we are increasing... Although, actually, I think... We're getting at least 1 in New Jersey. We might need to increase the army size quite drastically, actually. I'll get the railway in Virginia done later. We'll get the armies built now. I suppose what we might need to do is... with the army observation. So where are you? Oh, you're based in Dixie. Right, so that's the Navy. The regular army. And they've got the Army of Florida, I guess. So maybe we'll just go ahead and increase the size of this. By another few battalions. That's up to 10 infantry, and then we'll have the 3 other... I guess we'll get 1 more artillery. And 1 more cavalry. So we'll have a reasonable army. We could all, of course, make a whole lot of contract battalions if need be. So the secession, it's going up to 15. Right, we'll see how that goes. The Indian removal, we'll once again offer them some assistance. So it's not quite as bad. Oh, sarcastic mass immigration to Missouri. Ah, down here. Okay, well, that might actually help colonizing a bit of... Well, I suppose it doesn't help colonize the places directly. But nonetheless, we'll get that all sorted out. So the secession from the pro-slavery movement is quite rough currently. Also, what is the private sector building? They're building a tooling workshop, a whaling station tooling workshop, trade center, motor industries, and a railway. Okay, well, it's a good thing they're building some of the railways. So I don't need to do all of that myself. It's going to be plus 16%. That is still going to be quite a bit. Although the max is 83% right now. Oh, well, we're having some artillery shortage. Do we actually produce any? Oh, we've got to have some access to them, right? Because we are... Oh yeah, we've got 2 of them. So we'll have artillery. It's just right now it's not active. There we go. We've got the... some of the barracks is built. We'll have a few more. A dangerous business. Officials of a whaling station in Massachusetts have proved to have a dangerous counterpart, and death has become common to almost every voyage. It's a high price to pay, but profit is equally high. We need to ensure the safety of our sailors. What's a whaling precaution? As whaling mortality goes down, or yeah, we'll reduce the mortality. We want to increase the population as well, to a degree. But yeah, we've got a whole lot of radicals right now. It's still increasing. But right now, the max progress of the Civil War is 85%. Well, since we are still trying to suppress the pro-slavery movement, maybe that will not go to 100? Ooh, that is 100% predicted. Okay. Right, and the law, or the current law enforcement that we have is not going to reduce that either. We'll see how it goes, though. I mean, we might... Oh, I suppose both of these are quite upset right now. But if we need to have the... Ooh, gold discovered in South Dakota. Oh, very nice. Except our side doesn't have any yet, but there will be. I don't suppose there's any gold mines that we have right now, is there? No. We don't. There will be, though. There will be. You know what? Where's the... Ohio had one of the foundries, right? Oh, no. It has the shortest, but... Do we actually not have any foundries? Hold on a minute. We've got small arms industry, but no, we don't have artillery foundry yet. Well, I guess that would explain it. Let's go and build one. Where's the predicted earnings going to be best? Michigan? I don't actually have enough people to work that, but I guess it could be decent. Oh, well, the construction efficiency down there is very low. Whereas Connecticut would be slightly better. I guess that'll do. Yeah, so it is, the secession is possibly happening. Especially with the radicalism of the pro-slavery movement going up constantly. And we're trying to reduce it. I mean, the support over there isn't huge. New neighbors, new grudges. Minor group of Circassia has recently settled in the state of Missouri. Thinking a better future, however, the local Dixie elites are stirring up resentment, claiming the Circassian newcomers will destroy the traditional way of life. So here's the thing, if we get more loyalists from the upper strata right now, that might actually reduce the impact of the secession movement right now. So Circassian people might have a bit of issues for a little while. They doesn't have to accept their lot for now. I'm hoping that that might reduce the, well, no, it's still going to be 100% activism, most likely. Plantation proponents popularize policies. Defenders of continued slavery have published a wave of drives, treaties, and sensationalized fictional narratives, all to support their cause. The quantity, if not the quality, of these works has shaken public confidence in abolitionism. Right, let's get minus 10%, or we gamble a little bit. I guess we'll just take the minus 10%, which is not great. Ah, we're having some explosive shortages as well. Oh, we can decrease autonomy in Liberia. Sure. So now there are puppets. We still need to, right, maintain subjects. Guess we've got one of those now. I guess right now, of course, I mean, I don't know if these actually count. Or if we need to add in more. Yeah, the secession is going forward quite quickly. Next checkpoint is in a few months. Or a few weeks even. We're getting a few universities. That's going to allow us to research slightly faster. If we can get the field works before the war potentially starts, that would be nice. Still got some money. We're actually still making a bit of money. We've got the universities built. A fort in a sea of anger. Also surrounded an arsenal in Tennessee, threatening to seize the arms and munitions stored within. While the guards are staving off attacks for now, if no relief is sent, then the arsenal will fall to insurrectionists. So we can get more radicals. There's a good chance that it will reduce the tension slightly. Or increase the tensions quite a bit. We'll just, we'll take the risk. Hey, there we go. It did actually reduce it slightly. But it's now 20% increase per checkpoint. It's 8 weeks for the not checkpoints, so I think this is going to be a bit of a problem right now. Now, we do at least have Venezuela as an ally for a civil war. I don't know who else might be joining in for that, though. We'll have to see. Alright, we're getting the tooling workshop in Pennsylvania. What else is the private sector actually building right now? So there's the railway, then we're building some stuff in Venezuela. Alright then. I actually wonder, Granada, could we do a treaty for defensive pact? No. I mean, maybe, but most likely no. And then, what about France? I don't suppose you want a defensive pact either. Nope. Because it's playing that sound effect every time that I close one of those windows. That's rather annoying, actually. No, we do have quite a bit of radicals right now, there's no denying that. Pro-slavery... Oh, wait, no. There's still 3 movements, but pro-slavery movement at least is reducing in size. So how much is that actually going to be? The army is going to be 7. They will get most of the fleet by the looks of it. That's going to be slightly concerning. Now, we are increasing the army size quite a bit soon enough, though. In fact, we'll go ahead and reduce the railway in Virginia down again. We'll get the university, and the payment will also be reduced, so we'll get the armies now rather than later. Also, the university is going to be very handy, though, so that is something that we'll still build. Oh, we need munitions as well. Do we have a munitions plant yet? Or are we, hold on a minute. We do have a munitions plant. Where is that, actually? Pennsylvania. Alright, then we are going to subsidize that. We need the munitions now. So we can hire the people quickly to the armies. So that we might have a bit more ways to suppress this revolt. I'd also go... Ooh. Hey, no, we're suppressing that already. Never mind. Oh, and what's this then? Canada, right. Lower Canada versus Lower Canadian Radical Revolt. Oh. Right, okay. I don't think we are going to take part in any wars right now, other than this potential civil war. Which might be happening a lot sooner than one might think. Or historically, at least, would happen. It's already 70%. Not looking good. Unless we can pass the slavery ban before that passes, but I don't think so. I suppose the army size is now increasing, so they've still got the 7 battalions, and we will have... I mean, we could always get some more conscripts as well, if need be. That is not too difficult to get. Ooh, Charlie Cranes is spreading. Ah, very nice. So how we... That's in the military, isn't it? Yeah. We're not getting anything in production yet. Spreading to us. I suppose we are kind of at the top of the research tree there. Come on, go forward. Nope. Off doing nothing. Yeah, we'll welcome their support. The rural folk, or the Yeoman farmers, are getting a bit more influence. They are still very much upset by this change, though. But maybe we can turn them into a bit more... Actually, let's have a look at this. So that... Oh, they've got so many interest group pressure in there. And yeah, it's the slavery ban. In a pinch, we could stop trying to pass this law. Because right now it takes a long time to do these rolls that we won't be able to get anything else done. We're building a bit of the extra... Oh, that's actually going to the wrong side. Oh, bollocks. Let's cancel that one real quick. We wasted a little bit of construction time there, but that's just to make sure that we don't bolster the armies that are going to be seceding from us. Let's do that, and we'll go ahead and put in an extra one in probably New York, actually. We've got plenty of pops over there that we can utilize. Iron's still a bit expensive. I suppose we might always be able to, or eventually be able to, import some more. Right now, we don't have necessarily a whole lot of trade centers yet. Actually, how many do we have total? 30 levels total. Oh. We've got the regular training in there. Oh, the lead mines could use atmospheric engines. Not that we necessarily need the lead that much, but we'll do that anyway. The livestock farm, we could... Are we using the... we've got one open air stockyard. At least we'll get that one on everything. Yeah, I think that's what we're using right now. So, butchering tools. We could switch that to the slaughterhouse as well, maybe. I don't know if it's gonna... Well, it's gonna increase the demand for tools so much that it's probably not gonna be worth right now until we get some more tooling workshops. How many do... We've got 8 levels total. We're already using steel for the tools. Okay, yeah. I'm not entirely sure if it's gonna be rounding errors in there, or if it's gonna be like 99.9%. I have a feeling that it's probably gonna be very much 100% on the next roll, and that's gonna be in 7 weeks. Well, that gives us a bit more time to get some more troops. I suppose what we'll also do is, let's have a look at the army over here. So, Edmund B. Gaines, so you are Southern Planter, Traditionalist, Offensive Planner, so that's not too bad. Reserve, so let's actually have a look at your traits here. So less popularity, but less morale loss, that's actually quite handy. Offensive Planner, so more offense, and some of the prestige. Let's go and get some conscript infantry. I think what we'll do is we'll get New York and Pennsylvania. Right, 5 each. Just so that we can have a bit of extra troops. Because we will need them. And we will need them dearly. But at least that's a start. Right, so we'll get the New Hampshire hopefully still before this. Yeah, we will. They won't actually have enough time to hire anyone, but we'll at least have that underway. And we've got our GDP to 18 million for now. Oh, Missouri is going to be switching over as well. Probably should have waited a little bit longer with the pro-slavery movement. Because yeah, right now it is going to be hitting 100. No doubt about it. 2 weeks. You know what? We're not backing down. The sooner we get this done, the better it is going to be for us in the long run. Right, we got the barracks done. We'll be getting some of the artillery foundries underway. I believe we're currently purchasing some artillery, right? Let's see, imports. Yeah, we're importing some artillery. It's only 3 that we're importing right now, but it is still some. Aha, there's the uprising. Secession. Right, so these armies are empty. They've got the 7 battalions in there. We've got the... Oh. Right, yeah, we've got the regular army. Let's start mobilizing. Oh, right, we do need to get the new leader in here. Meticulous would be decent for offense and defense, actually. Take that one. And that does mean that we can then hopefully pass the law quickly. We do need to get this... let's also mobilize. Let's wait for a day. Then send it over there so we'll actually move to the front line. Indian removal completed. Oh, technically speaking, I suppose true. Clearing of the east. Alright, armed forces are more happy with us. But yeah, our economy is going to be in shambles for the duration of this war. We'll be losing a lot of money, but we've got at least a good stock of cash. And let's go and raise the conscripts. And then how will we do over here? Southern Declaration of Secession. As about it against itself cannot stand for the Union. We'll continue as the Union. We've got the regular army still on the... Yeah, I suppose the organization is not very high. Or the manpower is not very high, so that's causing some issues. And the organization is going down because they got some issues there overall. I suspect once they're on the front line or all that, it'll get better. We've got 2 armies heading in, which we could potentially... Yama observation. Start getting some more infantry in here somewhere. Oh look, where do we have a whole lot of peasants? Ohio's got quite a few, so we'll build 5 peasant... Oh, alright, we can not get 5 in there. We'll get Michigan and Ohio. Provide some infantry in here. Then we're getting the... Right, Connecticut gets the artillery, so we'll get 3 battalions of artillery for this army from there. And then 2 more lancers maybe from New Jersey. But yeah, so the secession movement did unfortunately get pretty strong, but oh, Emancipation Proclamation. Oh, we could actually ban that immediately. Sure. So slavery has been banned. That does mean that we'll get the government petition sorted out, so evangelicals will be very happy, or at least relatively happy. The land unions, or the southern planters are now, well, they're still upset, but not quite as upset at least. At least they're less powerful now. Alright, we don't actually have any of the movements right now. I suppose the liberal movement, we can start bolstering them. And then maybe, where do we have, I suppose, New York, we're going to get a enlistment effort over there. To get the troops and all that quickly. So, what can I suppose I can't put in the war goals yet. I could sway potentially Britain to join on our side. And probably Venezuela, although they are not too likely to join in. Or they prefer not to join in, rather. And it is a civil war after all. Is there... there's not a huge... I mean, Mexico is one of the nations that might join on the opposite side. I don't know if there's actually going to be a lot of war goals. I suppose we can't add them yet. But we'll have the... Okay, we've got all the option now, but... Discipline... Okay, so it's just win or lose. We do have a larger army. We've got even a larger fleet to a degree, which is kind of handy. Actually, what we should probably do with that fleet is we'll get the Navy Yard over here. Let's get a commander for it. Ooh, this could be a pretty good one. David Farragut. You're going to go ahead and do a bit of raid convoy. Oh, actually, no, you'll do blockade over here. Stop the Confederates from trading too much. I would also send the other fleet down here to do a bit of convoy raiding down into Caribbean. So I think that's going to be decent. They've got a bit of fleet in there, but well, actually, they've got a small organization there right now. And our army is slowly increasing in size. It's only... Actually, let's have a look at the front line. So right now, they've got... right, their morale is 25%. We got a slight advantage in numbers. We could, of course, just hold back for a little while. Although it's probably best for us to actually push forward, because the Confederate army right now, they've got the skirmish infantry dragoons. Oh, okay. But they don't have any artillery. So we might be able to deal a lot more damage to them than they can deal to us. But I do see that we are unfortunately out of time with this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll have next time. Bye-bye.